Thank you, folks. I am General Clayton Abernathy, codenamed Hawk. I am the commander of the G.I. Joe team, which is America's daring, highly trained special missions force. There's a part of that I think does not get enough recognition. People know that my team is highly trained. People know that we go on special missions. We do not get enough credit for being daring. Oh boy, are we ever daring. I'll give you an example. Every single member of the G.I. Joe team is trained to operate a jetpack. Yeah, that's pretty daring on its own. But it becomes even more daring when you realize that not every member of the G.I. Joe team has a helmet. Flint just has that beret. Gung-Ho's got his cloth cap. Shipwreck just wears that white sailor's hat. But he'll still strap on a jetpack and fly into battle if I give the order. Why? Because he's daring. And for Shipwreck, in the air is his least favorite venue for combat. It is a distant third after sea and land. But he'll do it because he's daring. Something people don't realize, that as the commander of the G.I. Joe team, it is my responsibility to assign every member their code name. And I'll admit, we've had a few clunkers during my time. They don't always stand up to the test of time. We had a communications expert. I called him Dial Tone. It was 1986. How was I supposed to know that in 30 years nobody would know what a dial tone is? Kids today think he's named after a bar of soap. And I'll admit there were some times where I just sort of took the easy way and I name a guy after what he does. And that's how we ended up with Doc. And Blowtorch. But every once in a while, folks, every once in a while, the stars would align, and inspiration would strike, and I'd come up with a code name like Quick Kick. Oh, that was a good day. I went home that night, I poured myself a gimlet, put my feet up, and said, Clayton, you earned your bars today, boy. Of course, the problem with that is, when you knock it out of the park with a code name like that, you spend the whole rest of your career chasing that same high. And it doesn't work. You can't duplicate it. You can't force it. Because when you try to force it, that's when you come up with a name like Sneak Peek. Poor kid, he didn't deserve that. I want to give you all some useful information. You might not realize this, but Cobra, the evil terrorist organization determined to rule the world, they operate a number of seemingly legitimate businesses as cover for their criminal activities, not unlike the mafia or Scientology. Some of them might not surprise you. Pretty much all of your check cashing and payday loan centers, those are Cobra. But others are not quite so obviously sinister. So I do want to caution you, all right? If you shop at Burlington Coat Factory, that's Cobra. If you eat at Plane Jumper, that's Cobra. If you hire one of those topless maid services, that's Cobra. And if you buy a Hormel prepared dinner and heat it up in a Whirlpool microwave, that's double Cobra. If you wash it all down with a Dasani bottled water, you're practically a member of the Crimson Guard. I know, this might be hard to hear, but now you know. Wrote that down. God, I love the 80s. Thanks, everybody. I'm General Hawk.